Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, last video, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead to my channel and click the last video, and you will see me reviewing all the free-to-play units, which is why I'm on this deck right now. So I'll give you 5 seconds to go ahead and click on the other video, but if you want, you can stay here, be my guest. Alrighty, now that everybody that's staying here staying, let's get on with the video. So if you play Dokkan and you're wondering, how do I get good? I want to get better, or I have the best of luck summoning free units, but I don't know what team to put them on. Well, I'm going to be your guide and your help. These next few videos, I'm going to recommend to you the best possible Dokkan teams that you can build with your cards. So let's get right into it. And I'm going to go over my teams first, and then each video will go over each team in action. So let's start off here with the Majin Buu Saga team. Starting off with the leader is Physical Super Vegito. Now the reason I put him in here is because of his leader stat, because he gives you HP and defense 170 and attack 130. So pretty solid unit, but the units won't hit as hard as a normal leader would. For example, Mecha Cooler over here, he gives HP attack and defense 170. See? But it's still a unit, it's still a leader, so might as well use it if it's a leader. But anyways, Super Vegito is also super reliable, see what I did there, because of his passive. Because he reduces damage received by 50%, and on top of that he has a counter. And on top of that, the more damage he receives, the more damage he does. So it's a win-win scenario. Now, going on is his super attack. He raises allies' attacks by 30%. So extremely useful for a Majin Buu Saga team. Now moving on, we're going to go super in depth here. Actually, no, let's not. Let's do that for another video when we're doing team by team. Then we'll go super in depth. So here we have Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. This Angel Goku is the one that can transform into Super Saiyan 3. And this is also my favorite Goku because I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. You know, I used to watch, that's what got me hooked onto anime now. But anyways, moving on. I haven't Dokkan awakened him yet, and I'm sorry, it's just that I've been grinding Cooler right now. The transforming red Cooler. But let's see his stats if he was Dokkan awakened. So he has attack and defense 100%, and then an additional defense boost. So the more HP you have, the more defense you get. And on top of that, the less HP you have, the harder he hits. So he's reliable there. And he gets attack and defense 30% when attacking with 3 or more key spears that you've obtained. So this guy, the minimum you can do if you do get 3 spears is 130 attack and defense, which is beautiful. And on top of that, he builds defense even further if you have more HP. So this guy is extremely tanky for early game. So if you're fighting a super hard boss and you see all the attacks going on one side and he's on rotation, I would put him here to defend. That's only if you don't have Super Vegito as defender. Anyways, moving on with the brand new Tien, huh? So this Tien right here, actually extremely busted. And on top of that, you're saying Adonis, Sapphire Crusher, what are you doing? You know, this guy is a human. He doesn't link well with Saiyans. That's true. But the Majin Buu Saga team actually distributes ki to everybody. A lot of ki to everybody. So actually, when I use this team in the game, he only needs 3 ki and he can already do his super attack. And his super attack right here, he lowers enemies' attack and defense. See? So moving on here, his passive, he does 150 for attack and defense and ki plus 3. And on top of that, he gets more attack by doing a super attack. And on top of that, he buffs the whole team by 30% attack and 50% defense. So he is amazing support. And on top of that, he can also stun the attacked enemy. Now that doesn't really matter because most of the bosses have immunity to that anyways. But moving on, you got Great Saiyan Man, or aka Gohan. So this right here, oh yeah, I haven't super attacked level 10 yet, I'm sorry. But right here, He does attack and defense 120, a high chance of sealing, which doesn't really matter, and of course he buffs all the other allies by ki +2 and 30% attack and defense, which is why Tien has more ki, which he can do a super attack. So he actually goes well, and then of course he links really well. I haven't grinded their link levels yet because I've been focusing on my Kamehameha team, which we'll go over shortly. Then you've got LR Super Vegito, the old one for 3rd anniversary, and I actually have mine's rainbowed because I got lucky. But anyways, oh yeah, you can see here I actually put in work on these guys' links because they're part of my Kamehameha team. But anyways, their passive, it's pretty good. They get a lot of ki just for getting a rainbow ki sphere. And then they do attack and defense 120, so they're really tanky. Super Vegito also keeps the tankiness. Let me pull it up. And on top of that, he also counters, and he gets ki +3 instead of ki +2. So extremely good, really easy to get his super attacks. Let me show you the super attack things real quick. So he does colossal damage, and then he does raises attack and mega colossal. So really good. And then you've got Gotenks. Now Gotenks here is extremely good only if you EZA him. If you don't have him EZA'd, I would recommend a different unit, and let me show you which unit I recommend. So Majin Buu Saga. So you can see here, you can either do the LR Go Bros, but not really, you know. I mean, you can, but not really. I'm sorry if I don't make sense. Or you can do Super Saiyan 3 Goku, EZA. Now, if you don't have these two, and you know you're more of a casual type of person, or you know more free to play, then I recommend Gohan here. This Great Saiyan Gohan, if you haven't checked out my last video, please go check it out. I go over his passive. He's actually halfway decent. You can do that, or you can do a different free to play unit. So yeah, just check out my free to play video. Moving on, so let's go back. So this is the Majin Buu Saga team. Pretty good attack and defense. I mean, attack and HP. Not the best, but still pretty decent. You can get by that. Then you've got the Wicked Bloodline team. Now this team is one of my favorites. Certainly because the cooler here. Now I haven't Dokkan awakened him yet, but his passive is amazing. So he does attack and defense 100%. Transformation boosts allies and terrifying conquerors, so he's pretty good on terrifying conquerors as well, but I don't have the units for that right now. But his final form, he is insane. Ki +3 in attack and defense 180%, and on top of that he automatically crits when there's a pure Saiyans or hybrid Saiyans category enemy. Easily one of the top 10, top 5 actually units in the whole entire game. And on top of that, he also raises his own attack just with the normal super attack. So extremely good. Highly recommend you use this guy if you pull him out. Don't keep him sitting in your box because that's a horrible idea. Then you've got Transforming Frieza. So Transforming Frieza is actually a reliable unit. He recovers HP, and then he has attack and defense. And then the more he transforms, you know, you can do a super attack to raise his defense even more. But the more he transforms, the more power he gets. And then when he's golden, he does attack 120, but he loses the defense. So he's not really the best when he goes golden, but he's still good if you want to like one shot, you know, like the final resort. Then you got Angel Frieza, Angel Golden Frieza, another solid unit. He actually does attack 150 and defense 50%. So he's not really the best to put as defending. But he also, on top of that, he decreases super class enemies by 15% attack. So he kind of makes up for that in the lack of defense. And he just causes immense damage on his super attack. So, you know, he's not the best. But if you want to do a different unit for Wicked Bloodline, which I will find for you guys. Wicked Bloodline. Here we go. So you can do King Cold and Frieza. Only good if you've grinded out Battlefield. You got this Frieza right here, which is from Planet Namek. Also pretty good. He also stuns, which is good. And then you got the EZA Final Form Frieza, which is good as well. So either one of these works, and if you're more of a casual free-to-play type person, You could use this Frieza right here. This Frieza is also pretty good for Wicked Bloodline, but not the best. But he's still manageable. Moving on. You've got Golden Frieza. Now this Golden Frieza is top tier when he's Easy 8 because he literally takes no damage at all. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you have over 50% HP, yeah, you're not going to get hurt at all. And then Golden Cooler actually links pretty good. And on top of that, he actually has a halfway decent passive for being a super Dragon Ball Heroes unit. So he's actually extremely good. You can pause the video and look at the passive if you want. Here you go. But moving on, let's keep going. So that is the Wicked Bloodlines team. Oh, almost forgot the leader. Whoops. So here you got Mecha Cooler. Here is the super attack. Does immense damage, lowers attack and defense. And then this is the passive right here. So attack and defense 80% and additional 10% for each attack received. So actually pretty good, but he doesn't build up his defense. And then he does turn into the core, which is basically rage mode. That's basically it. Moving on, you got the Movie Heroes team. So here we've already gone over Vegeta Blue and Goku Blue and the Gogeta. But over here, the Super Gogeta, you've got attack and defense 100%, effective against all types, medium chance of evading, and then yeah, so he's pretty good. And then he does 130 attack and defense and performing a crits when attacking. So easily pretty good for crits, you know, extremely good for crits. Go Bros, amazing LR because they build up their stats the more attacks they do. So you can see there they can do a maximum of 158 attack and defense. And they also disable Rampage, which is actually pretty good too. Now their active skill, the Family Kamehameha, it can be activated when 59% or less, and it actually massively raises attack and it does a lot of damage as well. Okay, moving on. You got LR Super Gogeta, the Dragon Ball Z Super Gogeta, and you can see that really long name on the side there. I don't know if you can see that. Here my blue button is, you can see it, my blue circle. There you go, you can read that. Then you've got attack and defense, so basically the same thing as LR Super Vegeta, so we're going to move on here. And on top of that, his attacks are effective against all types. Extremely reliable, extremely tanky, extremely good. Highly recommend using him. Now, if you don't have any good movie heroes and you're free to play, these three automatically. Vegeta Blue, Goku Blue, and Gogeta. Grind those three out and you'll be set for a movie heroes team. Moving on, androids. So I actually have a couple of free to plays on this team. So this team is actually very possible to make if you're a cheap player or free to play player. So you got LR Prime Battle Cell. So LR Prime Battle Cell, I've already gone over him along with the 17 and 18. Feel free to check that out in my last video. Then you got Super 17. Now he's actually going to get his Easy 8 pretty soon, and he's going to be God tier as well. So I highly recommend to start grinding on him if you haven't already. And he's actually pretty decent already because he reduces damage received and he builds up his attack. So he's halfway good. Then you got the LR androids. So these guys are pretty good too. There you go. You can read that. And then Android 16 right here. He does Ki +6 and attack and defense 200%. So automatically the freaking god of tanks. Like tank. So he's a tank and he's a hard hitter. And on top of that, he can perform a crit, which makes him hit even harder. And on top of that, he does an additional super attack when there's an android or cell enemy or ally. I didn't read that right. You can pause that and correct me in the comments, please. Then you've got the leader. So the leader here is the Universe Survival Saga 17. So he's a pretty good leader for the android category. And then the passive, also pretty good. The only problem is that he lacks in the defense department as well. But he makes it up when you're underneath 77% HP. So he's a pretty good android unit. And then if you check out my last video, I actually went over a couple androids free to play. So you can replace, if you don't have Super 17, the LR androids, or 17, normal Universe Survival 17, you can look at my last video and see which free to play units you can use for this team. Highly recommend you check that out. Moving on, this team right here is World Tournament. I was just using this team to mess around and get the free-to-play Goku and Hercule. Don't recommend this team at all. But the only good unit in this team is this technical Majin Buu. You can see here, you can read that. So he's actually recovers pretty good. The Yamon Spopovich is really good, and the Vegeta Jr. is really good. Also, the LR Hercule is getting his Easy A soon too, so he'll be reliable as well in the future. So moving on, this is my best team. This is my cream on the crop, like 10 out of 10 team. This is my Kamehameha team. So I've already gone over LR Super Gogeta and LR Super Vegito. But this kid Gohan is something else, bro. He's a beast, I am telling you. He is top tier, like awesomeness. So here is his passive. He has attack and defense 100%, key +1, and an additional attack and defense 10% start of turn, each turn. So he can build up his attack and defense even further beyond. Then of course you got his awakening, which you only see like 1% times in your life. But I actually see it all the time because I have Cell. Now the thing is, when he awakens, he loses his built-up defense. He actually becomes squishier. But he does nuke, and he does change everything into Rainbow and AGL, so he makes it up with that. And on top of that, he builds up his defense the more key orbs you get. So you don't really lose all your defense, but you lose a lot of it though. But he also raises his defense on the normal super attack, so it kind of makes up for it as well. But either way, 10 out of 10, good LR. If you haven't bought him, or you haven't summoned for him yet, you should, because he's out in the coin shop right now. You can see right here, he's right there. And then you can also get him on the banner right here, on the Buhan banner. So, a lot of options there. Moving on, you got LR Perfect Cell. So LR Perfect Cell, he raises up his defense the more HP you have, and on top of that, he gets an additional attack for every existing enemy. So if you're fighting like 10 Cybermen, he is going to murder them all. And then, yeah. So he's really good. He links actually pretty good with the whole team because of Fierce Battle and Legendary Power and Kamehameha. So very good there. And then his Awakening, which is something you'll rarely see because you need to get really low to awaken. I think it tells you right there, yeah, evolve when HP is 30% or less. So you're not going to see him that often, but you'll still see him. So he actually comes in clutch. He has a lot of attack and defense, and he gets more with 4 or more key spears obtained, and he gets even more with 6 or more key spears obtained, and then he gets just a little bit more attack with 8 or more. So easily hard-hitting unit, best unit right here, one of the best units. And then his Solar Kamehameha, he greatly raises attack, does, I think, ultimate damage, yeah, and then massively lowers defense. Really good there. And of course, this Vegeta, this Gogeta right here, of course, is 5th anniversary Gogeta, so he's kind of new. Well, he is new, my bad. But his passive is actually pretty good. Attacking defense 70%, launches an additional that has a medium chance of becoming a super, and then as the last attacker, he does a high chance of evading, and yeah, basically it. Okay, now Gogeta Blue, his transformation. So attack and defense 77, key +5, and he launches an additional. And each additional, he gets more attack and defense. And then his attacks are effective against all types as the first and second attacker. And then as the third attacker, he has a high chance of evading enemies' super attack and attack. And on top of that, he does an additional super attack as the third attacker. So his active is Ultimate Kamehameha, which can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So it's a really good finisher if you want to like finish off your opponent. Okay, now this Vegito right here, sadly I didn't pull out LR Vegito Blue. I didn't get lucky enough. But this Vegito makes up just fine, and he actually links really well with the LR Gogeta, the Blue Gogeta. His passive, he builds up attack with each attack performed. On top of that, I think he also raises his defense each super attack. And this guy, he loves doing additionals, so he'll always build up his additionals more and more. So he actually becomes really reliable there. So that's the Kamehameha team. And then moving on, we got the Super Saiyans. So we've got Namek Goku here. So Namek Goku, he actually raises his attack and defense with each attack received. Starts off with a base attack and defense 77, and he transforms. So let's see his transformation. So his transformation is he transforms when it's 70% or less, starting at the third turn from the start of battle. So really easy to achieve. And then here you can read that. And then he gets attack 59% for the rest of the battle after receiving an attack, and a medium chance of guarding against all attacks. So really, really good there. Really solid unit. On top of that, if you're below 50% HP, he can rage and go rage mode. So highly recommend him. Also got the Super Saiyan Bardock. This is also new. He you can see here he does attack and defense 120. So really good there. And on top of that, he does attack effective against all types when there's a Frieza or a Cooler or a King Cold or something. And when he transforms into Super Saiyan, he does attack 180, defense 100, attack effective against all types when attacking extreme class enemies, Ki +3, chance of performing a critical hit and evading enemy's attack. So you can read the rest there, but really, 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 really good. Really solid. Now, I recommend that before you transform him, do as many super attacks as you can with Bardock here. Because each super attack he does, he raises his defense further. So the more super attacks, the more tankier he'll be. So I recommend you not transforming when you get the skill available, but instead just wait, and do like 10 or 11 super attacks with him, and then transform. And then, yeah. And then when he keeps his defense too when you transform him. So he'll be tanky and he'll be hard hitting. So he's really reliable there. Okay, and then I forgot to show you, if you're free to play for Kamehameha, let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Kamehameha. Okay, so Kamehameha, free to play. You got the Gogeta here. I believe you have the Goku Blue. Yeah, right here. This Monjube, free to play as well. Pixel Goku, you got Great Saiyan Man 4. You've got all these other units here. Yeah. But yeah, check out my last video. Free to play units. And then Super Saiyans. I think there's no free to play Super Saiyans right now, I think. Let me see. Super Saiyans. So I lied. Yeah, my bad. You can see here you got Vegeta Jr. here. He's available. Then you've got Yardrat Goku here, also free to play. Really good. Let me see what else we've got on here. Gotenks and Ghost, really good. Teen Gohan. Basically just look for people free to play that are Super Saiyans. That's basically it. And yeah, so that pretty much wraps up my best teams. Next video, I can show you each team in action, and then when I've gone over all these teams, I'm going to start making new teams, like Realm of Gods, Future Saga, which one which, to see which one you should use. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, pretty much, I'll probably showcase all these teams on... we can do Infinite Dragon Ball History. I'll show them off here. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Please show me some love and hit that subscribe button. Hit that little like button and recommend this video to all your friends, please. If you love Dokkan, you'll love these videos because I have shifted my attention from Minecraft to Dokkan Battle. So every video will be all about Dokkan, and the more videos in the future, I'll go super in depth of what's coming up in the next event, what units are coming up, analysis, deep analysis, all of that. So yeah, anyways, hit the notification button, and yeah, just enjoy the video. Be happy. Have a good day. All right, peace out.